Hey everybody, how's it going? It's taken quite some time to get the hint, and I feel like the universe assembles things in a way that at times don't make sense, but can become quite profound in the sense of the personal journey and that which is sacred to us. So welcome in, welcome all. I'm here to discuss a little bit and to share with you some new and exciting information and something that my innermost aspects have been sharing with me to begin doing for people, and that is Akashic Records readings. Okay, so why now? What is this? Well, for quite some time through the connection with crystals, the caves of creations, and a lot of the work has been a part of what it is to get to a space of remembrance. In the very beginning of my journey, I was shown that there was three levels of this consciousness that comes into fruition for those that are here to embody this state. And it is awakening, it is remembrance, and it is ascension. Awakening stirs conscious awareness. And conscious awareness is that unconscious becoming conscious, the realm of awakening to what? Spirit, light, ethos, the universe, the cosmos, whatever we choose to see it as, but just awakening. Remembrance gives us an opportunity to remember other lifetimes, which are some of the things that you've personally been watching me go through is my own remembrance. But then there's the subtle remembrance of who we are within all realms and all places, all spaces, and all beings and all times, and that is the all that is. The Akashic records are the all that is. And so a part of this initiation occurred for me through a connection with a wonderful teacher. So my shout out to my teacher. Her name's Angelique Larson. She has a website. You can go check her out on TikTok. It's Joyful Heart Path 888. And feel free to check out her website. I'll post a link in the description box for her services. But she's someone who invited me to a really special class last week, and it brought in the light of the Akash. So she had asked me, she's like, Corey, have you ever accessed the Akashic records? And like, yes, I have, but I couldn't sort out the details. Once again, my universe was kind of like kick the baby in the pool and watch him figure it out, right? Like it's kind of disgusting, but it's been my journey. And my universe has kind of just been like, here you go, Corey. Just dive all in and figure it out. And I feel like a lot of this has been a part of healing the stubbornness and the arrogance of this experience, a lot of clearing hubris from my own journey, and a lot of finding humility at the heart level. It's like, in order for me to get my heart online, these kinds of things need to occur, which is why it happened. So, this initiation into the Akashic Records became aware that someone else had seen the Akashic light from within me. And within that, initiated a series of events that woke me up to purchasing a book and towards beginning to just do a little reading and having a little meditation. Well, within this experience, awakened for myself the remembrance of my soul as Akasha. And a part of that is, yes, the living library, right? A part of that, the living library here on planet Earth, who we are, right? As starseeds, as indigos, as empaths, what our soul is here to accomplish here on planet Earth, and the guides and the energies that support that. Also aware too of the things that can get in the way, which is a part of like the intermediaries and the entities and the things that we can play in within spiritual consciousness, which is the houses of awareness, right? The angelic houses, the master houses, the elemental houses, the houses of alchemy, the houses of mysticism, the houses of magic, the houses of dogmas, like all of them play their role. But the heart of Akasha is the alignment and allowance to remember the soul's records, which is a part of what this soul is here to experience in this lifetime, what it's here to accomplish, what it's here to learn, to know, and what it's here to break through, which is really, really, really kind of powerful. So it's been very enlightening getting to the heart of Akash within me, the light of Akash, and bathing in that light and allowing it to be a level of layered transmutation that gives me an opportunity to understand what, right? Like the divine mind is trying to let me know what my own mind subconscious is learning, what my human is learning, and what my soul is learning, right? And it's like this layered step of transmutation and alchemy through the Akash to give me an opportunity to learn, right? To transcribe, to script, and to assist others. Because a lot of this helps us to remember why the soul is here and why the soul, right, the divine parts of ourselves chose to live a human life and to connect and to merge these two polarities of dimensionality to learn and to live. One is quantum and exists in all spaces, places, and times. And one is of this dimensionality in which it does have its limitations. And yes, it has its moments of breakthrough, but it's that body, that cellular memory, that physicality that's helping the human dimension to exist and to work with the spirit dimension, the soul dimension, and then allowing all of that to become one. And it's really interesting because on my journey of aspects and multidimensionality and the light body work and all of the axis of integration was seeing all these parts. And all of these parts essentially are part of the soul's gifts of remembering, if we want to call it archetypal energy or we want to call it aspects, the soul aspects that build the soul and all of these wonderful extensions of it. I mean, it just goes on forever and it can be quite confusing, but there's something about the light of the Akash that gives a really subtle, finely tuned alignment in remembrance of what it is to be a living and breathing soul archive here on planet Earth. And the idea is to step into, the light of the Akash, right? The all that is, to connect to that space and to remember, to learn, to share, to inspire, right? And to give us an opportunity to understand why we go through certain lessons, whether they come from other lifetimes, whether they're things that we need to learn about ourselves, whether there's judgments we need to break through. There's a natural alignment of allowing evolutionary transmutation to occur in our own lives through the gifts of the Akash. And so as I'm waking up to this more, it's been really profound. It's gifting me a safe space to find clarity, to find silence, to find peace, to breathe into, and to also inspire myself as well. Because there's so many things that I've loved about this journey and things I've needed to heal that are coming from many lifetimes ago that I'm still carrying and working through and transmuting, and also giving me an opportunity to really see things from a new perspective and a new angle. The ability to connect to my loved ones, to connect to my teachers, and to allow the masters to show up without identity to assist me. And when I speak about without identity, it's because the fact is we have given too much weight and measurement on identity. And identity itself has created opinions, rules, dogmas, fights, wars, truth, so much. And so when the masters show up, it's really beautiful that their light form has no identity. So the personification of that master in human form doesn't get in the way of the ego and starts really doing the whole, human system debacle thing that can happen when we believe or perceive we're connected to something. It's really awesome. So it brings me to this truth through my own awareness and inner study has been asking me to provide free readings for others from the Akash. So have I ever done this before in this lifetime? No, and I'm putting no because I'm using that lightly. I've accessed before and I've read from the Akasha, just didn't know I was, right? I'm becoming more aware. So the library waking up has taken a little time, but we're getting there. So my universe has asked me as a part of sacred service and remembrance and a part of me activating and initiating this shift in my own journey is the opportunity to provide free Akashic readings for people. That's a part of practice. So a part of this is giving you an opportunity if you have any questions from this lifetime or other lifetimes that you want to ask, we ask, right? We connect to the light of the all that is, and we begin to answer those questions. Now, the thing is that there's no format for this. My universe asks me, and I know that it will show me as a part of this activation, initiation, and the lessons that come through, and I'm really excited to do it. So no, there's no fee. This is a part of sacred service to assist others in connecting to the light of their own Akash and to the light of their records and to assist me in being able to work through this initiation period. And while it can feel uncomfortable, there's a little bit of this journey of being able to become aware, right? Of what the power of this energy has been for myself and for others to reconnect to the all that is, to kind of simplify, to let go of certain details and opinions, and it's like allow the ego, the self-centeredness, and the all about me thing to get out of the way, so we can reconnect back to this, the divine light, and we can follow the light home, right? And I think that's what I think and what I know from within is that that's what I'm feeling into in my alignment, is that there is this stream of light that I've been walking with my entire life, and it's the soul. Now, that soul has had so many different ways of seeing itself and expressing itself and learning, and it's still learning, right? Because the human is catching up to divinity. But the more that I follow this light shows me more. And while this journey has been kind of stubborn, bumping, and at times feeling unforgiving, it really gives me an opportunity to share a gift with the world, and I'm really excited. The thing is that it's another one of those jump all in and figure it out moments. There is a little bit of a guide and an instruction manual, and it helps the ego, right, to step out of the way, to allow the higher self in, to allow Akasha in, right, to speak from that truth, and then to fine tune as we're working through our own obstacle courses, so it doesn't feel like a jumbled alignment or feel like a stop start or a failed attempt at something. It's something that really is providing a lot of forgiveness, because I do believe that there are higher realm journeys that are asking me through my aspects and through my soul's divine plan and divine design to offer this as a service to others, to assist them in their awakening and in their remembrance, and to break through step cycles. Because the biggest thing here is that when it comes to the journey of, and I'm going to use quotations here, and I know my universe might just pop this back in my face, healing, is there have been many moments where I've been healing things and I couldn't get through it. And it's because I had to do the Akash work. And that Akashic work was the soul level work. It's recognizing, oh yeah, this pattern is from another lifetime, or hey, I need to go into my Akashic records and cleanse this, or hey, yeah, I do need to like purify that contract through the oversoul, or hey, I need to, there's so many different ways of seeing this. And so it really provided a sense of relief when I began to work through this book. It's a really wonderful book if anyone wants to get it. It's called How to Read the Akashic Records by Linda Howe. And it's wonderful. It provided a lot of relief. It answered a lot of questions for myself. It was one of those things where I was like, wow, she's literally telling my story, to the point that there is like at times our universe is going, get the hint, 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 get the hint. And I get these hints. And at times it felt like a carrot on the stick, and at times it felt like it was leading me nowhere. But there was an assemblage of pieces that were kind of breadcrumbing my story for me to remember, right? Love, to remember God, to remember the universe, to remember the light of Akasha, and to see my soul as a written and yet unwritten Akashic memory that's learning in this lifetime from other lifetimes, from the oversoul and beyond. And so really excited to dive into this book and to read it, but also too is that there was information saying, please practice with people. And I sat with it and I meditated on it, and I just went on a walk, and it was like, you need to do this. There was just this really subtle, intuitive knowing, right? The spark. The spark itself was saying, it's time. It's time to walk your talk. It's time to share your strength, and it's time to do this. And there's no more needing to fear or to hide because of older, witch persecution wounds, because of older fights or older worries on the journey. Like, it's really okay to feel safe and comfortable having a third eye, to remember that there's no judgment in the eyes of God when it comes to being omnipresent and benevolent and being able to read the Akash. It's okay knowing what I've already discussed on this channel about libraries and the different things that have occurred, but it's okay to walk as the living library and to work with those records and to share with others, right? A very judgment-free and opinion-free way of clarifying things that have been going on in our own lives, and then allowing the signature, right, the soul signature of the Akash to kind of come through and give us an opportunity to open up our hearts to the all that is. which could be seen as, I see when I talk about God, I see God as the energy of life living within all things, right? Which is also what Akasha is. And then understanding there's so many ways of seeing this. And regardless of the dialogue or the dialect or where it comes from, it can give us an opportunity of inner sight of remembering our own inner light, remembering our own light body, remembering why we're here. So if you go over to foundersoflove.com and you click on services, there's going to be a link for free Akashic Records readings. I will offer them for the next 30 days for free. If you want a reading, click on it. Okay, click on it. I will work with you one-on-one on the details. I am not sure whether this is something that's going to be, recorded, whether it's live. I'm still working through that. I feel like it's going to be different for every individual because it's about finding the most comfortable flow because it is really unique and there is no direct blueprint right now. There is no instruction. There's no A, B, C, or one, two, three. There's a little bit of that, but a lot of this is kind of finding the way again, and finding the way with the light of clarity above all else. And so I would love to share the light of the Akasha with you and to provide some readings for you guys. Once again, these are free. This is just the ability for me to kind of hit the ground running, to kind of do this walk and to do this work. But also too is it's that it is free will choice. So there is no, even though I'm sharing this, there is no attraction or marketing or control or manipulation. If this is for you and it resonates, you'll know. If not, it's okay. Like it's not, it's not going to hurt my feelings because this isn't about swollen ego. This is about sacred service. And sacred service for myself is allowing the mind get out of the way, allow the opinions to go away, get out of the way, because it's not about me. This is about the light of remembrance within all of us. And so I'm really excited to share this gift with you all. And I'd love to share a reading with you. So if you'd like to book, please go to foundersoflove.com. Once again, this isn't about marketing. This is about the alignment of where I can share service with the world and what my universe is asking of me and how to do this in other ways too. So I'm really excited. So if it's something you want to do, this is something I'm taking very lightly with a level of innocence in play, no right or wrong, just kind of open up to the experience and see what happens. But in a space that feels like it's in alignment and it is supported. So it's not willy-nilly and it's not one of those things where we go in and can have a really sickening effect on the body or on the life. This is something that's assisting in promoting healing. It's promoting light. It's promoting love in our own journey. And it's not about status or hierarchy, right? Or even social status. This is about us remembering the light of ourselves and why we're here and what we're here to know about our journey. So, once again, I'd love to assist you. Go over to foundersoflove.com, go to the services, click the link. The link for my website will be in my description box. So, feel free to go there. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. And, it's bringing up a lot. There's a lot of energies that are coming forward, and there's a lot of things that I still, have to go through and cleanse. And I have to remember the journey isn't over, right? The journey isn't over, but also too is that I can also just kick back and take my time. Because I'm seeing this with others is that once we align with our own journey, whatever that is, it's not always an overnight process, but there's those moments, those intervals of time that goes aha moments. We go, okay, yeah, I get it. Right. And so a lot of this knowing, like to even get to this point in my journey where I was like, okay, this makes sense to me. It's taken years to get to. And it took many dark nights of the mind and dark nights of the archive and dark nights of the soul to get here. But it also gives me an understanding that this whole time has been the reassemblage of the library that is of Corey, but then the all that is, and it's the library beyond Corey. It's the thing that existed before me and is going to keep existing as long as it's here. And it's really cool to remember eternity within this space and have a really profound moment of feeling like, yeah, this is the reason why I'm here. This makes sense to me. And I now get to share this with the world, beyond all the older wounds and feeling okay, letting the spirit in and letting it and playing in that dimensional realm. Because yes, there is the human dimensionality and the soul dimensionality that has its experience. And then there's the oversoul and the monadic dimensionality, and just keeps going, 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 and going. And my eye is doing that thing. When my eye does this thing, when my eye does this thing, it means it means things. And my eye does this thing a lot. When it does this thing, I, Corey, my eye's doing that thing again. It's usually it's built from frustration, right? It's built from frustration. So, anyways, guys, I love you all. Thank you again. I hope everyone had a a wonderful Thanksgiving. Keep reconnecting, stay connected, and reestablish your connection to your shields right now too. Guys, like I'm someone who is going to start propagating and promoting shielding work right now. It's really important. There is just there's a lot of weird that's still happening in the world, and not the cool weird. There's still weird happening, and for some of us. And so shielding, grounding, reconnecting, replenishing, hydrating, eating the best food you can, taking care of yourself, really freaking important. And then, doing good things for other people, right? When you can, when it's in alignment for you, do something nice for someone else. If you can do that, get out of your own way, man. It feels good. I had the opportunity to do that today, and it helped me a lot to do something kind for a stranger. It meant a lot to me, and I don't do that for ego points or rewards. It's just something I have to share. Is like sometimes we can get caught up in the madness of our own experience or whatever weird thing is happening out there. I don't want to keep talking about and propagating. And sometimes just showing up and doing something nice for someone else can really alleviate a lot of the stresses and a lot of the wounds of the old world that is cleansing and collapsing within every fiber and cell of our being. So may the light of Akasha join you if you would like a session, reach out, right? Um, Patreon is now up and active. I noticed we have some free people over there, so I'm going to put this video also over on Patreon for the free community, and I'll be providing some readings over there too. So thank you to those that joined, that are a part of the paid part of the subscription process. I really appreciate you. More readings and things coming soon within that space, and we'll be doing our first support group next Friday. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. Stay loving, kind, soft, and wonderful in your journey. And remember, self-love helps. Self-love is the way, and it is the foundations of the new experience that's opening up and accelerating within all of us. So with that, I will see you soon, and we'll leave it there. All right. Namaste, family.